I'll keep it hush.
Hello and welcome, YouTubers and people out there on the internet community. Hello and welcome, it's my missus here, aka Bushy B. What have I got for you today? Well, a new game. It got released on February, so a few days ago. I think it was on the 4th or the 5th of February it's been released. It's Battalion 1944. And what is this game? I hear you all say, right, well, this is what I'm here for today. I'm telling you a little bit about it, give you a little bit of a review on it, and you can make your own mind up if you wish to buy it. I thought it was very good value. I got it on the Steam sale and saved myself, I think it was 10 or 15%, so I managed to get the game for just about £10.50, which is very good value. So let me get into this and let's find out what it's all about. So Battalion 1944, okay, so it is basically a modern day take of an old school World War II first person shooter. So I was very lucky at the time. I'm old enough basically, so I was playing Medal of Honor, Allied Assault and Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2 and Battlefield 1943, all when it first came out, and I was in the clan war system there as well from playing in realism leagues and things like that, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so much better community than what it is today with clan war battles and things like that, because basically you had a lot more options with your server to set it up and deal with the cheat system as well yourself. So back in the day it was really good and it had a really good feel to it, and I've felt over the years I've been missing this sort of gameplay because it all seems to be modern gameplay now about unlocking scopes, unlocking different weapons, stocks, all the attachments on the gun, and just really random stuff like that. So it's more emphasised on that than what it would be actual gameplay. So if you've seen some of the other videos, you would have heard me drum on about this, that they're just missing the actual gameplay. Well, I think they brought it back and they've captured it right. So this was actually started off a Kickstarter fundraiser, right? Yeah, back in February 2016. It ran for about 5 days. They wanted £100,000 to do the Kickstarter, and within 5 days they eclipsed that and had 300,000. So it didn't take long at all for the Kickstarter to get the game going. So it was actually developed by a company called Bulkhead Interactive, and then it was released under license through Square Enix Co Limited, I believe. And it also runs on the Unreal 4 engine, so it's a really good solid platform for the engine. So like I said, it's an updated version of the classic World War II shooter, so expect classic 5v5 clan matches. There's also the availability to get private clan run servers, so you can have up to, I think the biggest I've seen so far is 32, so that's 16 aside on some of these maps, which will be okay. And hopefully, like back in the day, they're going to give the communities the chance to make custom maps, or maybe export some of the old Medal of Honor custom maps like LOL V2 over other different maps that really, you know, perfected the art of how the game ran. Some of the maps that are released with the game, they seem quite small at the moment, and it can be a bit funneled, or you know, as soon as you spawn you're dead. It can have that feel to it, where some of the older maps were quite big at the time and you had the ability to mooch about and do different things. So like I said, I'm looking forward to that, to seeing what the development side on the community base is as well, and hopefully they'll release this and let the community get on with doing it. So with this, there is no sort of pay to win aspect on this game, which is very nice. A lot of games at the moment, where they're especially about £10 or £15, then rely on extra things like microtransactions and stuff like that. So there is microtransactions, same as in CSGO, but it's nothing that's going to benefit you. It's going to give you a skin for your weapon, and that's about it really. So there's nothing different, and that's it really. So there's things out there at the moment selling top money up to about $150 on there, so if you do get some decent items in a crate, you're going to get some good dollar. So now's the time to be playing it, get it sold and get your money back in, start making money back from the games that you're playing. So this is actually staying in early access for 1 year from now, so it should be released in full 2019 in February, where expect the price to be going up in price as well, because it'll be a full polished released product by then. So let's have a look, let's get into it. So as you can see, I'm on just the startup screen. We've got play, we've got armory, we've got training, clan wars, your settings and exits, all pretty standard. So let's have a look at the play side. The training just takes you through to a shooting range, so you can have a mess about with the weapons. So under the play side, you've got unranked, you've got an arcade game. So unranked war-tide game is the definition of this game experience without the pressure of ranked play. You've got arcade, randomised playlist of classic game modes, maps including Team Deathmatch, Domination and Capture the Flag. Obviously you've got your competitive, which said it unlocks on the 8th of February, so this should be unlocking soon. And then you've got your server browser, so you can find your own local community server or your clan server that way, and find different bigger, larger matches, because if you go into the unranked or the arcade, you're going into the classic 5v5, but if you want to go a little bit higher than that or more players, you need to be looking on the server browser and going that way. So let's have a crack, get straight in. I cannot say I'm not really good at this. I'm average. Like I said, I've lost my edge over the years. So I keep telling myself. Well, the majority of the time I normally play drunk, so hopefully I should see a little bit better today, and it shouldn't look so bad on my video. So let's find a unranked game, and we'll have a look at some of the classes. So there's 6 different classes altogether that you can choose. Okay, so you've got your default lineup, which is if you don't choose anything, you start. So you're either on the Allies or the Axis side. So basically what you've got is the M1 Garand and a pistol, frag and a smoke nade on the Ally side, and on the Axis side you get the Gawar 43, a Luger, frag nade and a smoke nade. So they're like your basic light semi-automatic rifle, so to speak. As you move up the class, you go to the Rifleman class. So on the Ally side you got the M1 Garand, the pistol, and you get to take a choice of whether you want a frag or a smoke nade. You can't take both. And on the German side you obviously get the Kar 98, Luger and the choice of nades. You've then got the class of Pathfinder, so this is basically like your SMG class. So on the Ally side you've got your Thompson, pistol and the choice of nade, MP40, Luger and choice of nades on the Axis side. You've got your Marksman, which is obviously your sniper. So you've got the Ally side, which is the Springfield S, and pistol and nade, and on the German side you've got the Kar 98 KS and the Luger and nade. Also you've got the operator class, which is like the trench gun. So you get the trench gun and the smoke nade for them actually, right? So smoke gun, nade and pistol. So we're going to stick up, we're going to just go with we'll go through the classes first. So we'll go with the default. Like I said, this is just the M1 carbine, so it's the smaller rifle, and I've got nade. So there's a bomb here to collect. We've got the bomb, and we've got to go and attack and place a bomb down. So I'll try and use my teammates the best I can. Get some smoke nades out. Some nades out over there. I don't know these maps that well. Don't know where and when I can go, but here we go. I'm planting.
Bomb planet.
Right, now we've got to defend this. Oh, I got one of them, but he got me, so hopefully this guy can defend. Come on, get on the bomb, mate. You're nowhere near it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so we got that one. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll move on to another class, and we'll rattle through these classes with our games. And like I said, I'll mostly be one. Finish the game off, we'll continue talking about it, or we'll start following other people and see. So we're going to the Rifleman. We've got the Rifleman, and we've got a choice of nade, so we're going to go with a smoke nade. And of course, I do like the smoke nades. So what else can I tell you about this whilst we're still actually playing it? So the maps are actually smaller than most modern day first player shooter games. I suppose it's going to give a lot faster and a more competitive, quicker game sort of style. It's going to involve some nice tactics as people start to learn what they can and can't do on the maps. Ooh. Fucker! So hopefully, like I was saying before, hopefully I'm going to open this up and let the modding community have a crack at some of these maps and make some as well, because I mean, that was definitely in Medal of Honor and Call of Duty 1. What made it fresh, you know what I mean? All these different games and map types you could have. So I do actually have some tips on this game, not a lot, but I do. I've not been playing it long, so I can't actually choose the Pathfinder. I don't have the class for it, so I can't choose heavy. So I'll go with the operator this time. I'll go with the shotgun, so you can have a look at this, and I'll try and get the SMG and the assault rifle or sniper rifle or something afterwards. So make the most of cover on these maps. All right, so things that here, you know, you can climb over stuff. You need to use covers. There's windows and stuff and different heights you can come up to and utilise them so you can actually get out behind people. Maybe rush round them. That's my plan anyway. So there's the bomb. So let's try and get round the back of them. So I've got the bomb. Let's smoke it up.
You're the last one alive, soldier.
Oh, fuck up. Didn't even see him there. So yeah, like I said, it's one of these things, guys. It's use the cover where you can. As you see me, I went through the window, used height, got behind him. Still didn't work out right, but you know, you can only try your best. Now, there we go. We've got the rifleman this time. So actual gameplay on here. We'll go over the smoke nade. The team play, okay, so as you say we're 5v5, but there's actually no in-game voice at the moment, so I can't talk to my other teammates unless I actually manually type into them. So it does make it quite challenging to start with, but obviously it being a 5v5, it's not going to take much to get 5 people together through either your own clan or your own community. I got it. Right. So yeah, you will be able to get a 5v5 pretty well together, and if not, you'll find communities that will actually have TeamSpeak set up for you, and so you can utilise them, make the most of them, get your own channel, and it works. So, like I said, always use the high ground. It's good for shortcuts and stuff like that. Snipers, right? Snipers are very powerful at the moment. If you can actually snipe, I believe the flick shots are really good. If you can do that sort of thing, I'm going to go default. So if you're actually good at sniping, they're a very powerful weapon at the moment. I think they're going to get nerfed shortly, but it will still remain one of the most powerful weapons in there. A high velocity bullet, and the fact that you've got a scope and the distance on the scope should be able to make a bit of a difference for you. Let's see how far we can get these nades. Situational awareness is, I suppose, a really good thing to have. So knowing where, because the maps are quite small, they can really get behind you quite quick. As you've seen me, I've got behind people, and it goes both ways. So having the ability to have a good set of headphones on, working out where the sound's coming from, and also just keep checking behind you because they're coming for you fast and hard. And finally, my last tip is smoke nades. They're very effective, as you've seen. Most people are carrying smoke nades. It's a very good barrier to get through tight areas or stop the line of sight of the players shooting you. It's as simple as that, really. So I mean, this basically covers it. I mean, I'll do some more on maps when I start understanding the maps a bit more. I can make myself my own little custom server and have a run round and do some map tactics and things like that. I did used to do a lot of tactician work back in the day in Medal of Honor and stuff. So, but I've played about 1.5 to 2 hours in, maybe 3 hours of playing this game so far. The majority I did live on stream, whilst being very drunk, so it didn't really work out that well. I didn't remember much, but I had fun, and that's what gaming's about, guys. So it goes to 10 rounds. We're going to let this round run.
Bomb defused.
You know, we're not going to make it. And that's it. Yeah, so basically people are saying, you can read the chat there, they're saying it's quite hard. it is. It used to be really hard playing Bucky, but it just takes a little bit of time to get, like I say, a bit of time, a bit of practice, get used to the loadouts, the guns, how to use them, where to run. The map's really hard and challenging to get to grips with. Oh, he's dead. What are you doing, mate? Not expect that. Right, where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? Over here. See, I'm a bit of a noob as well, as you can tell. But I'm enjoying myself. That's what it's all about. I've not been through here before. The trenches. Planting.
Bomb planted.
So yeah, trying to get the best of cover and stuff, you know. They can't see me hopefully through here. I'm hoping. I can hear him. Fuck off! Oh, he left it a bit too late there, didn't he? Nah, never mind. Let's take a shotgun this time and have a lol. So guys, like I said, I will be at some point, most probably hosting a server of this at some point, so keep an eye out for it. It'll be Banter Crew. thebantercrew.co.uk, all information will be up on there. And once the server's up and running, you're more than welcome to come on and kill me plenty of times. By all means. Oh my gosh! Right at the end, so see the benefit of the smoke there. If that had been down first, I don't think he would have seen me. But these are going to take time to get the little tactics on match. On the old Medal of Honor ones, you know, there was things where you could bounce nades off walls and kill campers and stuff, so it was... I just need time on it. Just need time, guys. But I'm going to enjoy playing this game. It's possibly the game of the year for me so far. Because it does become about a bit more skill rather than, like I said, rather than having big fancy weapons and all the other mods on and stuff, like bullets that shoot through walls and stuff that we've had in all these other bloody COD games and stuff. So back to basics. So let us know, guys, what you think. Leave us some comments. Let me know what you think. Until we'll let this play out. Enjoy the game, guys.